I'm gonna run through this quick. We're gonna look at transfer news and rumors live. Like, looks like Ramos is moaning again. I'm gonna call this video like Ramos moaning. Like he's always moaning, to be honest. Ramos contacted Perez. Coaching his Dan to express his uncertainty about his future. He does this every couple of years. Done it with Man United. Always does it to raise his contracts. I think the only reason why he might possibly leave is if they're trying to offer him a 1 year instead of a 2 year, or not as much money as he wanted. But in terms of him leaving, I don't. He's a leader and yeah, he's a good player. But in Man United, if Real Madrid do their thing properly and they bring in a proper defender, they can move to the full. They can move forward because in the long term, they're gonna have to get rid of him anyway. Because you know, like they're trying to go into a new generation. It's a new time now, and I think Ramos is starting to. He's past it. What's he at? 34 years old, probably 35 next year. Come on, man. Who cares? Barcelona want Martinez. This was very interesting news to me. I saw this and I was super interested. Like Roberto Martinez, if you know, Everton manager, Wigan manager, won the FA Cup, Wigan, current Belgian manager. I can see why they want him because Martinez at his best plays amazing attacking football. Like he gets forward. You watch him at Belgium. You watch him at Everton in his good seasons. Even at Wigan, he plays amazing. Like with the squad you give him, he'll play great football. Get forward, came third in the World Cup. Get forward, score a lot of goals, nice possession, quick ball. So Barcelona like that, and they like good football. He plays good football. But again, his frailties with always been with his defending, concedes a lot of goals. I don't remember him against Switzerland. Even at Everton, they concede a lot of goals. His defending is just out of sync. Like he tends not to be good on bringing defenders in and stuff. But Barcelona are probably looking at it like, we'll bring the defenders in. These are the best quality defenders you've probably ever played with. If they get delayed and then all of that. So yeah, I can see why they want him or give him a shot. But if you know Barcelona are very known for not giving. They never go for the biggest and the best managers around, really. In Guardiola or Valverde or Luis Enrique. These are all guys that weren't really the guy before they brought him in. Like they're not really the guys to go out there and get Guardiola now or to get like a Ancelotti or this that. They never go for the big names. They go for the guys that they think are good managers that have normally never been at a Barcelona level team and then give them their shot. My bad, sorry guys, give them their shot. So yeah, I'm not surprised by this at all. Bayern and Ajax target rejects contract offer. This is interesting. Teenage star. I mean, everyone's following Jadon Sancho now. Teenage star Noah Ohio has rejected a contract offer from Man City amid interest. Sky Sports claimed the 16-year-old rejected a 3-year contract from City once advanced somewhere else. Well, he's realizing that the best thing you need at 16 years old or whatever is game time, or 16 going onwards is game time and exposure. So he's looking at Jadon Sancho and said, I'd rather get a lesser contract at RB Leipzig and more chance of playing, and I'm betting on myself, then get like a nice tidier contract when I'm 17 at Man City and just not play. Because there's players at Man City, Phil Foden is a quality player, but he doesn't get much game time. I'm pretty sure if he was like a RB Leipzig or something, he'd get more game time. And look at Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho is completely worth probably 90 mil. Probably going to be on a great contract. Has a massive reputation right now because he bet on himself and left a thriving team like Man City to go to Dortmund, almost win the league or far in the Champions League, top assist guy in the Bundesliga. So players now are thinking exposure, and I like that players are trying to go out there and they're betting on themselves and go out there and really to other countries and giving it a shot. We'll monitor that situation. I don't know how good this player is anyway, I can't lie. Felipe leaks Paul ahead of respective Atletico move. Felipe is confirmed. The 30-year-old has spent 3 years. Bid farewell. He's set to have launched Atletico Madrid to replace Danny Godin. I mean, yeah, defender for defender. Simeone, he loves this, so he just loves defending and loves defenders, so it makes sense. I don't know how good this Felipe guy is, but we'll see. Barcelona register Malcolm. Listen, guys, I know what you're saying about Malcolm, but I think Malcolm is a good player, but I think the worst thing for a 22-year-old, he's only played 24 games in 18 months. He started 6 games this season in the Liga, came off the bench in 9. I was looking at him earlier, that's why. I think the worst thing he got is the fact that he never got a game. He never really got game time, but it's hard, isn't it? Obviously, when they brought in Coutinho and they've got in Dembele, who started to get on form and stuff. And I think he's a decent player. Obviously, it didn't work out at Barcelona, but if you can get him at a cut price, I think there's a lot of Premiership teams that should go in for him. You know, I saw him at Bordeaux. I thought he was a decent player. I think I thought he was a good player. You know, he's got a lot of potential. He's quick. He can run. He can dribble. You know, this is the perfect time to sign a sort of Malcolm, because if you just think, oh, you flop at Barcelona, look at Andre Gomez, flopped at Barcelona, was amazing for Everton. For me, I think if none of the top 6 teams get him, I think he's going to Tottenham, then they're all gonna, there's no team in the top 6 that wouldn't be a better team with him at least on their bench, outside of maybe Man City, but no, even that, he's a good player. So I think Malcolm is a good signing for anyone. I'd love to see him at Arsenal, I can't lie. Lampard. Oh yeah, obviously Lampard just lost to Aston Villa in the final of the playoffs, but he's played very good football, and obviously they're gonna try and keep him because they're gonna try and get promoted again. But he's linked with this Chelsea job very highly. I think he's had a good season. He's impressed, but again, let's see what he does next season. I think sometimes this whole one season wonder thing, people are too excited about it. Like, let's see what Lampard does next season. But yeah, his philosophy, the way he plays, is very impressive. And obviously, Sarri's not really cemented himself in the Chelsea job. So I could see a Chelsea legend like Lampard being linked with the job and possibly taking it. He would definitely take it, like while he stayed at Derby. Don't know. So, this whole delay. I just need this whole saga to be over. Go to Barca. Go to Man United. Like, to make up your mind. I'll look to go where the best. He wants to develop the best. Obviously, if I'm him, I'll go to Barcelona because I think the Barcelona play. Well, Barcelona, their team has an identity. So no matter what manager comes in the next couple of years, you'll always be playing a certain type of way, and you're confident about that. And I think he's a ball playing defender, so he'd be used to that. Playing at in the best stadium with some of the best players in the world. And he's more likely to win more trophies. I go there, but Man United, it's a lot of money. I don't really know. Like, obviously, the Premiership. If I'm him, I go to Barcelona, but I can see why Man United would be a draw because of the money, and they're really going to try and accommodate him. He's going to be one of the biggest players at the team. When he goes out at Barcelona, he'll just be another defender. He'll be a good player, but he was not going to be loved like that. But if I'm him, I'll go to Barca. But there's a few reasons why you go to Man United: the money and the prestige. Celtic return. Who cares? Mike Ashley's day is his owner. No way. A Sheik's taking up. Man, it's a joke thing. Why can't Arsenal be taken over? So Newcastle's going to be taken over. Benitez is definitely staying. But it makes sense because obviously, if you guys don't know, obviously the reasons why a lot of owners, first of all, the reason why these guys, like the rich guys, are going for those sort of teams, mid-tablish teams like Newcastle, is they're looking at teams like Newcastle and Leeds and those sort of teams. One, because they're cheaper, but also because if you look at those sort of teams, it's not just the fact that they're cheaper, it's also the fact that they have like one city teams. Leeds are one city team. I think Newcastle one city team. They also had a high level at one point. Leeds were a top team at one point. Newcastle were near enough up the table. They have a massive fan base. They have a lot of potential. They have good managers. Bielsa, I think, is Leeds manager. Obviously, Benitez, the amazing manager, won the Champions League, been to multiple finals, won Europa Cup, twice, won the league a couple times in Spain. They have great managers, and they look at the teams that have my potential. If you go for a team like Arsenal, you're going to be forking out how much money before you even get into the team, before you can even reinvest. So that's why they go for these sort of teams. But yeah, it'd be great for Newcastle. That's great. That's great business. Hits back at Ramos. We saw that already. Of course, if Man City, yeah, of course, Guerrero is considering this summer reports on PSG and Man City. Of course, once PSG and Man City come, of course you're interested. You're going to double your wages. Man City haven't got a certified left back, so he's looking at that. I think I could be that left back. Mendy hasn't secured his position because of his injuries. Zinchenko isn't a natural left back, and Delphi is probably on his way out this summer. PSG. Who's PSG's left back? Oh yeah, PSG. They haven't got a certified left back as well. So he could go to either one of those teams. He could double his contract, and he's going to win trophies regardless of whichever team he goes to. For 1 year on his contract, he's 25 years old, so he's ready to go. Leonardo is left. Role and sporting director. Yeah, good. Whoever the sporting director at AC Milan is doing a bad job. Like, he hasn't brought in good players. I think AC Milan have spent more money than Napoli, so have Inter Milan, and they haven't really got anything to show for it. I think the best signing that AC Milan have done is Piatek, who's been great, and I think he'll go on to be a good striker for them, but a lot of their business has been trash. Newcastle looks set to sign left back. Okay. Corner, 22 years. Okay, Liverpool want him. Mane's not going to Bayern, relax. Allegri waiting on Barcelona approach. Oh, I forgot about that. Allegri. Yeah, Allegri, Barcelona. I think Barca, they might go for him, but at the same time, they don't really want to fork out crazy salary. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to fork out on big managers. They don't want to do all of that extra stuff. They like to have a manager that they rate playing football, but they control the team. They want to be in full control, and the manager's part of the cog. So I think they'd be interested in him, but I think he'll probably have to ask for less of salary than he would have got at Juve, because they'll say this. They'll look at this and be like, okay, Valverde won the league and had an amazing defensive record. Yeah, 2 seasons in a row. Yeah, who was he before he came to us? Luis Enrique won the Champions League, the treble, and stuff like that. Who was he before he joined us? Guardiola, who was he before he joined us? Yeah, like, in terms of manager, but so obviously they'll look at Allegri and yeah, you're a good manager, but you never won the Champions League, and we don't need you. You know what I'm saying? We like you, but we don't need you. That sort of thing. So they're probably not trying to fork out the craziest salary on that. They like to put their wage budget into the players, to the top players. So they'll look at Allegri, but I don't think they're desperate for him. Juve makes Sarri the top target. Makes sense. The football that he plays will suit them a bit more. Barcelona reject West Ham Gomez bids. Yeah, 18 mil. Come on. If Barcelona, especially with the season that Gomez has had, I'm saying no. I want 40 million. Patrick Vieira is flat to have seen Wenger talk him up as a future Arsenal manager. Not that one day to manage. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Patrick Vieira. I mean, let's pin that because I'm kind of interested in that story. 98, this thing, whatever. He's in Nice right now. I'm really pretty top worked on Arsenal. If I manage Arsenal one day, I'll take him for dinner and I'll pay the bill. He didn't say it to put pressure on me. It's just flattering the guy that's been 20 years there. Had a quality manager, a big club like Arsenal one day. Moving from Man City, I've cleared that 100 G. Yeah, yeah, of course. Sorry guys, I'm tired, but of course, one day he wants. I would like to have a legend manage Arsenal, and I'll monitor what Vieira is doing at Nice. I thought he handled that Balotelli situation really well. I thought, he's doing a good job over there. And one day, I think when I look at Arsenal right now, what I'm looking for in a manager is someone that can lead. I like managers that. So there's things about Emery that I like. I like the fact that he's a tactical guy. I like someone that can change tactics. I don't like people that are rigid. Like Sarri, same player, same formation every week. Yeah, I think that's cool if you're winning, but if you're losing or if you need to play a team you're not favourite again, I like people that switch up. Guardiola switches his formation up a lot. He changes he's got a philosophy the way he plays, but the way he does it is different. Sometimes Fernandinho playing centre back and stuff like that. I like that. I can manager like that. It's quite fluid. I can manager who, obviously who's quite animated, like very talkative, quite positive manager. I like a manager who doesn't complain too much. And playing good football is very important. I like winners. There's times to play good. That obviously, Wenger, but there's times, Wenger played great football, but there's times to play great football and there's times to win. Sometimes you got to shut that down. Like sometimes you got to part the bus at 80 minutes. Like you just got to be like, nah, we got to get over the line. Like when the Europa Cup comes, there's 1-0, 85 minutes gone. We need to, bruv, shut the football down, pass it between each other, waste time. Sometimes you got to do that. So, I like a manager that can do both. But no, Vieira, I'll be monitoring that situation. But yeah, obviously, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. That's been me.